People have been playing games with cocks for millennia. In the mid-19th century, the British created the game badminton, in which players hit a cock back and forth over a net. Made of feathers and cork, the cock predates badminton by thousands of years. Many people are familiar with the plastic cocks used for badminton games in backyards everywhere. But serious players use the original feathered cock. This facility uses duck feathers to build their cocks. The tips of the cocks are made of cork and synthetic foam covered with white leather. It's time to start assembling the cocks. Each cock has 16 feathers, which must all be precisely the same length. The punching machine begins the assembly process. It starts by punching 16 holes in the perimeter of the cock tip. The worker feeding the feathers into the device must keep pace with the machine. A worker uses flat-nosed pliers to adjust the angle of each feather. She then places the cocks inside a miniature wind tunnel to see if they're properly balanced. On some cocks, each feather might have a slightly different angle to maximize balance. Once the angle of the feathers has been adjusted, they're transferred to a machine that applies a bead of glue around the interior perimeter of the cock tip. This secures the feathers in place. To further stabilize the feathers, workers place them in a specialized sewing machine that binds them securely together with 2 rows of thread. The threads stitch each feather to the next. This process strengthens the cocks, helping them maintain their shape even when they're getting slammed back and forth over a net. When the machine is finished stitching a cock, a worker ties off the thread to keep it from unraveling and cuts off the excess. Finally, she evens out the thread rows. With the threads in place, the cocks must undergo a final tuning. A worker once again adjusts the feathers to ensure proper balance. A machine applies glue to the threads on the cock, locking them in place to give them the necessary rigidity. The thread is made to quickly absorb glue. A worker applies a green strip, which indicates a slow-speed cock. Medium-speed cocks get a blue strip, fast ones are red. It's time for quality control testing. A machine equipped with a racket-like arm fires the cocks to a waiting worker. Cocks can travel at speeds as high as 300 feet a second. That's twice as fast as a pitcher can throw a baseball. Once the cocks have passed the quality control test, a worker inserts 12 at a time into long cardboard tubes, similar to those used to hold tennis balls. With 16 feathers, it's no wonder this cock is also known as a birdie. These high-quality products are ready to fly.